Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. It is creepiest day. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. So today we're going to be doing a reaction, but it's going to be a little different. I've decided that I wanted to basically like do reactions. Well, I'm still doing like music video reactions, K-pop reactions, blah blah blah, but I want to detour it a little bit from music videos or whatever, music in general, and do something. I don't know if this is different, this may not be different, but it's different for this channel. So what I'm going to be doing is just reacting to stuff that I just normally watch, normally when I am on YouTube, which is all the time. I am definitely a viewer before a creator, because I am on YouTube all the time. I look at almost everything. So normally the things that I watch is, it could be random. It's very random. It could be like facts, it could be like mukbangs, sometimes mukbangs. Nowadays I'm really into watching people's reactions to different foods, cultures and stuff, things like that. You'll see as I progress with this. So like I'll just like make a video of something that I just normally will watch by myself, but instead of watching it by myself, I'm watching it with you guys. So yeah, you'll catch the drift as we continue with this. But yeah, I really hope you enjoy this. So this one is going to be 5 creepiest sounds of war ever recorded. I literally was just going through my feed and I saw this and it looks interesting, and yeah, I mean, you know, in today's world, what's going on now, so I thought it would be interesting to watch and well, listen to. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and yeah, if you get scared, I'm sorry. Be prepared, because I do watch a lot of scary stuff on here too. So like I could pop up with something, I don't know, creepiest videos. I may do that, I don't know, because sometimes I have trouble watching that on my own, so I don't even know. But it depends on what it is. It depends on what it is. And if you have any recommendations on what I should watch, definitely let me know. But yeah, we're gonna definitely get right into this. So make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you hit the bell to get the post notifications. And yeah, I'm prepared to be freaked out. All right, let's get into it.
V1 buzz bomb. The V1 flying bomb was an early cruise missile developed by the German Third Reich Luftwaffe, its air force, created under a project codenamed Cherry Stone as part of a weapon series aptly titled Vengeance Weapons, or V-Weapons. These were intended.
Let's pause it, because I need some subtitles. Like, I know he's speaking English, but like, y'all know, I mean, y'all know I'm a visual person. I need subtitles, okay? I know I'm not the only one that is listening to a movie or something, watching a movie or something like that, and you have the subtitles on. It don't matter if you can understand English or not. You need the subtitles. Like, it's a fact, okay? Don't come for me. No, bro, let's put these subtitles on. Okay, I think they're on. I'm not sure. Okay.
For strategic terror bombings to instill fear in the hearts of civilians. The V1s were launched towards the UK in spots where Allied forces grouped starting in 1942. During the height of the war, around 100 of these terrifying planes were being deployed per day towards England. The V1 was powered by an Argus pulse jet engine, the only mass-produced manned aircraft to use such a system, that pulsed 50 times per second and generated an ominous noise, the terrifying buzzing that colloquially baptized the V1 the buzz bomb or the doodle bug.
The doodle bug. It does sound like a beetle, like a buzzing. But it's not terrifying. But I don't
said that
find
this sound
creepy.
caused considerable psychological distress, as targets could hear the noise but not know where the bombs would land, especially when several V1s were simultaneously present.
Okay, I get that. Okay, I get that psychological standpoint, Lord. From a psychological standpoint, yeah, I can see where that would be terrifying. But from just, someone like me, yeah, that it's not as terrifying as it sounds. But yeah, I can imagine being back then, and all this. Even now, certain sounds, it's gonna happen, but you don't know it's gonna happen, and then all of a sudden you hear the sound, and it's just yeah, I can understand that. But yeah.
Due to the short range of the engine type, most of the V1 flying bombs headed to the UK needed to be launched from neighboring France or the coastal regions of the Netherlands. By the end of the war, over 10,000 V1s had been launched towards Britain at speeds up to 400 miles per hour, 640 kilometers per hour, and at altitudes up to 3,000 feet. These attacks decreased as the Allies took back the launching ports from the Third Reich, ending attacks on the English in 1944. Among countermeasures was the use of Hawker Tempests to intercept the bombs. Rather than shooting the V1s and risking a mid-air explosion, the planes were approached within 6 inches, 15 centimeters, to induce an aerodynamic flip. The difference in air pressure above the plane's wing would disrupt the airflow over the V1 surface and send it crashing before it reached a populated area. The last V1 launching port was reclaimed by the Allies in March of 1945 in the Low Countries. Operation Wandering Soul.
Wandering Soul.
Operation Wandering Soul was a U.S. propaganda and psychological warfare campaign against the Viet Cong launched during the Vietnam War. The operation was inspired by Project Ghost Army, a tactic used in World War II by the Allied forces where they would play recordings of moving Sherman tanks so that the Wehrmacht would be fooled into believing that more tanks were present than there actually were. Operation Wandering Soul was developed by the 6th Psychological Operations Battalion, or 6th PSYOP, of the U.S. The Navy was charged with the actual execution. From speakers mounted on swift boats and helicopters, U.S. soldiers broadcast an unsettling soundtrack titled Ghost Tape Number 10, with supernatural sounds, funeral music, mournful wailing, and altered voices from the afterlife.
Shit.
The imagined ghosts implored the Viet Cong soldiers to surrender and go home, lest their souls meet a similar fate. South Vietnamese participants helped the U.S. record haunting messages such as, quote, "Don't end up like me. Go home, friends, before it's too late."
Oh shit. Okay. What is she saying? Oh shit. Okay. Now that one now that one was definitely something creepy. Like, oh wow. That's crazy. That's something like you see on a movie, like some haunted, scary shit type shit. Oh yeah, definitely put the fear in your heart by doing some shit like that. No. Okay. Damn, that was number 4. Like I'm kind of nervous to see what number 1 is, because number 5 was okay. Number 5 wasn't that I don't even remember what it sounded like anymore. But number 4, okay.
Recordings sought to exploit the Vietnamese beliefs about death and spirituality by instilling fear that the souls of the lost soldiers were now aimlessly wandering.
Oh, see, that's some bullshit. Because they use their fear. Oh yeah, that's smart. That's smart. Because they use their fear as a weapon. Oh wow, that's smart. I mean, it's been done before, obviously, but still, that's very smart and very creepy as fuck. Like, who the fuck actually thought of that? Who was the person that actually thought of that? Oh, it's crazy.
Jungle.
Oh shit.
This targeted the belief that the dead must be buried in their homes, surrounded by friends and family, or bad fortune will follow, and that the deceased must be buried properly in their homeland, or their soul will wander aimlessly.
Hi, you guys. So, really quick, I just want to let you guys know that I created a Patreon, and for those that don't know what that is, it's basically an Basically what it is an platform where creators can go to upload content and not get copyrighted. Basically. So this is a reaction channel, so I can't do that many reactions on here because of the copyright issues. So what I'm going to do starting here on out is I'm going to upload the full unedited reaction to my Patreon, and on here you'll just get the basic edited version. Sometimes it could be shorter, the shorter version. So yeah, make sure you actually check out my Patreon. And obviously this is not required because Patreon is a subscription service. So what that means, if you didn't know, you have to pay for it. So if you want to support me, I would love it if you become a Patreon, and definitely support me and watch all of the unedited goodness that my channel has to offer. So I will be leaving the link, maybe a screenshot of the link right here, so you'll see that. And I'll also leave a link in the description as well for all of my videos. I may have this little video like as a warning, like before all of my videos or whatever. Not like a warning, but you know what I mean. Sometimes words don't come to my mind. The correct words don't come into my head, all the time. So, but yeah, yeah. So check out my Patreon if you want to see the full unedited version. So yeah, back into the video.
While the United States might have successfully spooked some members of the Viet Cong, it's difficult to address the effect of the campaign, since those who responded to the recording usually met enemy fire. In some cases, the Vietnamese recognized the hoax for what it was, and actually shot in the direction of helicopters and boats carrying the speakers. Jericho trumpets.
So they won't fool too long.
Mounted on the U-87B dive bomber, Jericho trumpets were the propaganda symbol of German air might. The U-87B dive bomber, also known as SHOOOOKKK, was being produced at a rate of 60 a month, making a total of 336 planes by the time the Second World War broke out. The propeller-driven sirens on the U-87B had a diameter of 2.3 feet, 0.7 meters, and produced a piercing wail that was used to pummel enemy morale and enhance the intimidation of bombing runs, despite creating 20 miles per hour, 25 kilometers per hour of drag. Alternatively, some bombs themselves had an attached whistle that would sound upon release, terrifying those below. Historians debate whether the idea of including these trumpets came from Luftwaffe Colonel General Udet or from Hitler himself. The U-87B played a crucial role in the successes of the Blitzkrieg warfare, whereby the Germans launched rapid attacks from a densely packed line of combined infantry and air support to create gaps in their enemy's lines of defense and complicate any defense with a constantly altered warfront. These trumpets became a symbol of terror for opponents of the Third Reich regime, intimidating as any war cry may be. Especially horrific was hearing these planes approach towns or cities packed with civilians. As the planes launched their strike, falling like lightning from the sky, this is what people heard.
That's a little frightening because, that's a little frightening because, I mean, even though, just hearing it right now through a recording, can you imagine, like, actually being present to hear it, in real time, real life, That's crazy. I'm pretty sure it sounds way louder, and, like, the vibrations and then also not knowing where it's going to hit. Like, you just don't know. You don't know, and you probably can't even really see it, like, because, I mean, you're trying to get away, and you don't even know. Oh, God. That's terrible. That is terrible.
named after the conquest of Canaan during the biblical Battle of Jericho, recorded in the book of Joshua, detailing how Israelites blew triumphant trumpets around Canaan after bringing the walls of the city down. The Third Reich used the clamor of the Jericho trumpets much like some kings of Judah had used the story of the original battle as propaganda. The downside of these horrific trumpets was that they slowed the planes down, making them less mighty in the face of modern Allied aircraft. After the Battle of Britain in 1940, around 20% of the total U-87Bs had been destroyed, and the fear inspired by its trumpets had been replaced with a better understanding of how to defeat the planes. Atomic bomb. Curiously, survivors from near the Hiroshima and Nagasaki atomic bomb hypercenters did not note hearing the explosions.
That's what
John Hersey's 1946 report for The New Yorker stated that there was a...
It was funny because I was just Googling this shit. Like, I don't know if you guys watched I don't even know if I'm pronouncing this right, but Chernobyl. I think it's Chernobyl. I don't know how to fully pronounce it, but it's in Ukraine. And, there was, well, you know, currently, right now, Russia has taken over Chernobyl. I feel like I'm saying this wrong. But anyway, Russia has taken over it, and, you know, it's the power plant that blew up back in 1986. And I was watching when I found out about what Russia was doing, you know, it piqued my interest because I knew, like, small facts about Chernobyl, but I didn't know, like, the full details of it and whatnot. All I knew was pretty much radiation, elephant's foot, and that's it. I didn't even know where it was. So I watched the movie. It wasn't really a movie. It was like a series, and it's called Chernobyl, and it's on HBO Max. I definitely recommend watching it. It's really good. It's so good. It definitely explains as much as they possibly could explain in the series about the event and what caused it, what led up to it, and it's just really good. It actually made me cry a little bit because you know what happened. You know what happened. You know history. We know what happened. Say again. But yeah, you know what happened. You know what happened with that event. It's just looking at it and seeing it. These people did not know. They didn't know. They had no idea what was happening around them. So it's just really sad. But yeah, that's totally off topic. I wish I would have known a way to record that and get the reaction for that, but I'm still trying to figure that out. But yeah, after that I had Googled about, I'm not even going to try, I know I'm gonna butcher that, but what they're talking about. I tried Googling that, and I already knew bits and pieces. I knew it was a bomb. United States bombed Japan. I don't even know when. I don't even remember when they said it was, but that's all I knew about it for real. And the shadow, well, it's not shadow people, but the shadows that got left behind after the bomb. You know that stuff. Google it. But yeah, totally off topic. Let's get back into it.
Noiseless flash. Those further away, however, recalled being hit by a tremendous crack as the air expanded, followed by a groan from the earth that reverberated through their bones.
Oh.
A then third grader who saw the bomb explode, Kimura Yoshiro, said the following, quote, "Everything turned yellow. It was like I'd looked right at the sun. Then there was a big sound a second or two later, and everything went dark. The sound, like a cannon going off, reaches those at a safe distance far later than the site of the explosion. This seemingly disjointed experience happens because light travels faster than sound, and anyone close enough to hear an explosion at the exact time it happens would theoretically be obliterated by the blast.
Goodness.
High-quality recordings of nuclear explosions with sound are a rare find. This unedited audio from the Upshot Knothole Annie test is one of the only few publicly available of such an event, recorded in 1953 at the Nevada test site. The 16-kiloton atmospheric burst was broadcast nationally on live TV. said that about an hour following the Hiroshima and Nagasaki explosions, the air was again cut by thunder that instead signaled a thick, black rain.
Shit.
Hitler's voice.
I don't want to hear this.
Finally, the fifth creepiest sound of war is one that disturbs and chills hearts for its scarcity. In 1942, Adolf Hitler's natural speaking voice was secretly recorded during a private conversation in a rail car. It's one of the only recordings in existence of the Fuhrer using his normal, non-shouting voice. Hitler's visit with Finland's General Carl Gustav Emil Mannerheim happened in secret. Hitler entered Finland with the excuse of congratulating Mannerheim for his birthday. Mannerheim received him at Imatra, not wanting to turn the visit into anything resembling an official state event. At the German's personal train, a sound engineer named Thor Dahmen was tasked with recording Hitler's official birthday message. Once that was done, he bravely continued to record for 11 minutes, until the Fuhrer's SS guards became aware that the microphone was still on. They subtly threatened Dahmen and ordered the destruction of the tape. Instead, the tape was turned over to the Kustavikuna, the state's censorship office, and was made public a couple of years after 1957. At the meeting, Hitler launched into a rambling monologue where he expressed frank concerns about having underestimated the USSR's military mobilization and marveled at the country's crazy and immense armament of 35,000 tanks. He says of the USSR what many around the world had begun thinking of him, quote, "We didn't know ourselves just how monstrous this powerful beast was." This is what his tranquil, chilling voice sounded like when it was away from the podiums and microphones.
Ich habe so bedauert, dass wir vor 2 Jahren dem finnischen Volk im ersten Freiheitskampf nicht helfen konnten. Aber es war nicht möglich, wir sind im Westen gebunden. Und ein Zweifrontenkrieg ist nicht durchführbar. Und ich bin sehr glücklich, dass wir jetzt zum zweiten Mal, ich hoffe dieses Mal endgültig, den Kampf gegen einen Gegner durchführen, der, wenn er siegen würde, nicht.
It was rumored that during the meeting, Mannerheim refused Hitler's request for Finland's help against the USSR after deducing Hitler's weak position by lighting a cigar and receiving no rebuke, in spite of the Fuhrer's widely known objection to smoking.
Wow, that was it. Alright, well, that was my reaction to 5 creepiest sounds of war ever recorded. And it was pretty decent. I thought it was going to be more terrifying than that. But obviously to the people that had to live through that, it was terrifying. I'll say the creepiest one was 4 maybe. I think 4 was the creepiest one. Yeah. So yeah, that was my reaction. I hope you guys enjoyed that. And yeah, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the bell to get the post notifications. And yeah, I'm out, y'all. Bye.
Come and take your place, 'cause the love you give, it can't be replaced.